Alright, just looking at the front panel of a processor here. This would be an automatic film processor. We're looking at the actual process of development this week. So inside of here, we can back out and you guys can see this. I know it's going to be kind of shaky here. But if you're just looking in here, you see some rollers and a fan and just some electronic stuff there. If I were to get this thing rolling, and I was going to make this roll, there's a lid that goes on here, and I have this off just so you guys can see, but I'm pushing down on a switch here, and that switch is making all these gears turn, okay, which in turn there are making these rollers turn. If you can see there, you can see all these rollers are turning here, and then they're just a big section looking at the inside of the processor. So if we were actually looking at this, we're going to say, alright, what's a processor made of? See the little red dot right there? We're looking at developer. Okay, film comes in from inside the darkroom over here, rolls into the developer tank, which is right inside of here. It goes from these rollers into these rollers, which is now fix. Okay, in an automatic processor, it goes develop, fix. Okay, and it comes out of the fix and it jumps into the rinse. Well, inside of the rinse, we have just plain old water running through there. Okay, and if you hear something there, you're looking down in this tube, you can see maybe a little bit of water running. That rinse is constantly filling and dumping out, so we have replenished rinse all the time. Jump over here to the dryer. Okay, this is just a blower motor for the dryer. Inside of here are some heat lamps. Okay, and they'd be down in there. And then these rollers are rolling that film out, and when you have a film that's complete, that film's going to drop right out. So if we were just looking at a processor and just looking at what it is, what it does, okay, that's what we would see. We just know that a processor takes the film, rolls it in, develop, fix, and rinse, and then it comes out to dry. So I'm going to put the lid back on here, okay, and then I put a little piece of paper over the top to keep some more of the light out, and I use this apron here just to keep extra light out, or as much light out as possible. And then if you could stick your fingers right in here, you would feel these rollers rolling. Okay, I've got the switch on, I've got water running into it. If you look down, that tank right down there is where we have fixer, and behind that, if we just move to the side over here, you can see back in there we've got a developer tank. So here's our developer tank, here's our fixer tank. And this developer and fixer are just brand new chemicals that the processor is pulling out as that is running. Okay, so it's constantly bringing in new fixer, new developer all the time. And that's just a basic overview of a processor. When I run a film through, you'll see how I actually run the film through. It's not that difficult, it's just the process of sticking a film in there, waiting 10 minutes for it to come out. So, simple enough, just an overview of a processor there, and then when you get to the lab down here or around one where there is a processor, you'll be able to see that while you're there.